today in court for Johannes Meserly, the killer cop from Bay Area Rapid Transit in Oakland, who brutally executed Oscar Grant last January 1st, New Year's Eve, 2009. We're here with the Los Angeles Coalition for Justice for Oscar Grant in support of Oscar Grant's family and friends, as well as making sure that we see justice in this most brutal occasion. As you know, we've been out here week after week, day after day, trying to support the family, working with our brothers and sisters from Oakland, forming coalition across this state, making sure that this type of stuff never flies underneath the radar again, whether it happens in Oakland, Los Angeles, or any other city across this country or anywhere in the world. We're going to be standing together on this issue. And today we have some very beautiful news. The female officer who is in charge of the scene, Officer Domenici, was fired yesterday from the Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's a very important new victory for the people in this case. Next up is definitely Officer Tony Peroni. We're demanding that Peroni not only be fired, but that he be taken to jail too, and he be charged as also being involved in the murder of Oscar Grant and the brutalizing of these young men. We also would like to talk about the fact that this is not something that is an isolated case. Here in Los Angeles, in the last week or so, we've had at least 5 people killed by the police, including knowing that these are the type of things that happen every day in our communities across Los Angeles, in the small.
All right, everybody, this is Rebel Frack, and what I've got here is just another news clip that I was able to find on the internet covering a protest down in Los Angeles, and with information about the subsequent firing of the female officer Domenici from Bay Area Rapid Transit. I don't know if you remember any of the footage, but she was there on the platform and was involved in basically detaining Oscar Grant and his friends, and was there when everything that you see on the footage that's now pretty well known. But basically, this is what I'm trying to do is just keep people aware of the upcoming trial. It's scheduled for June 1st in Southern California, and I apologize if there are events that are occurring around the country, specifically here in the Bay Area, that I don't get to cover. The internet is pretty vast, and there's so much out there, and I try to keep tabs on just some of the more popular news stations. And so if you do hear of any events around the upcoming murder trial for Johannes Meserly, or anything concerning Oscar Grant, any fundraising events, any demonstrations, any memorial projects, please, let me know, and I'll try to post it on my channel too. So again, just to reiterate that the Meserly trial is set for June 1st in Southern California, and also there is the Oscar Grant Memorial Art Project, and I was able to speak with someone around that, and basically what they said is that it is pretty ongoing. So if there is anyone who does have something that they would like to contribute to that, you will definitely not be turned away. There is no set deadline for that. So again, just please remember to keep the Grant family in your hearts and prayers, and just keep your ear to the ground, because hopefully in June 1st this will all start, and maybe finally we'll see if there is really a reason to believe in the judicial system here in the United States. Okay, this is Rebel Frack.
Above.org.
Bail will not be reduced for the former BART police officer charged with killing an unarmed passenger. Johannes Meserly appeared in court in LA. A judge refused to cut his bail down from $3 million and also denied a request to remove Alameda County prosecutors from that case. Meserly has pleaded not guilty of murder in the shooting death of Oscar Grant last year. Another judge moved that trial out of Oakland because of the heavy media attention and racial tensions.
BART has reached a $1 million+ settlement in the Oscar Grant shooting death
Alan Martin on where that money will go. Alan?
Okay, this is a $1.5 million agreement, and it's a partial settlement of the original $50 million civil rights suit. The Grant family attorney says the settlement was reached after an 11-hour conference, and the money goes only to Grant's 5-year-old daughter. Oscar Grant was shot as officers tried to arrest him at the Fruitvale BART station on New Year's Day 2009. Cell phone video shows BART police with Grant on the ground, and then a shot's fired. And the officer charged is 28-year-old Johannes Meserly. The shooting, of course, caused numerous protests and violent demonstrations in Oakland, and BART says this settlement is an effort to move forward.
There's not enough money in the world to pay for the loss of a life. I get that, but in order for BART to move forward, a lot of these things have to just happen, and fortunately, this piece is done.
But even though she doesn't have her dad, she does get remembrance of him routinely, and in essence, he will have secured her future essentially for the rest of her life.
Now, the settlement still has to be approved by the court, and the other plaintiff in the civil suit is Oscar Grant's mother. She has not settled yet. Since the shootings, BART says it has more than tripled the training hours for officers. And Johannes Meserly's murder trial has now been moved, of course, out of the area to Los Angeles County. His attorneys say he thought he had his taser in his hand when he actually fired his gun. Ken?
All right, Alan Martin, thank you for that.